I'm trying to think, was that before or after I had a run with strategy guides? Because there was a time there for a while where I was like, I was buying games, but I was also buying the strategy guide for the games. And I'm trying to figure out if this game is what sparked me trying to buy strategy guides for every game, so I would avoid going to Kinko's or having to waste my parents' time like that. I don't know. There's a lot of bleed to send it. Yes, my first strategy guide ever though was Final Fantasy VII. That's the first one I bought. I was playing the game. I bought Final Fantasy VII on a whim because I bought a PlayStation. And I was like, well, I don't know what to buy, so I bought a game that had a cool dude in the cover with a very big sword, and it was my first RPG ever, and I fucking hated it. I absolutely despised. I had no idea what turn-based games were. I hated it, despised it. But then I didn't. You understand? But then I didn't. I understood. My brain just couldn't comprehend what was happening in front of me, the magic that was occurring in front of me. And then it became my favorite game of all time. Actually, I don't know if it is still, but definitely up there. So, to my surprise, I had no idea about the existence of these so-called strategy guides until I went to a store, and there was like a little computer store. I talked about this before already, but basically I found a strategy guide for Final Fantasy VII, and I saw it. I realized what it was when I opened it, and I was like, I have to have this. So I begged my mom, who was out shopping somewhere. I was doing my own thing. That's when kids were allowed to go explore and do whatever they wanted. And while their parents shopped, we were allowed to go to like the other stores and kind of like hang out. Maybe pick out something and beg your mom to get it, but you never would. But this one in particular, I was very serious about it. I think my mom could tell. I was like, Mom, I fucking, like, this isn't a need. This isn't a toy. Like, this is, I need this. You don't understand. And she got it. Surprisingly, I was like, oh, okay, cool. She got it for me. And it changed my life forever. Honestly, like, after that, I started buying strategy guides for any game that I bought. I would make a point to do that. Do I have room for this? Absolutely not. We're going with a John here. All right. And then we're going with an Ada. Yeah, dude, I was a big strategy guy nerd. I think I've only met like maybe 2 other people that were super into strategy guides like I was. I think the last one I bought was Oblivion. That gives you an idea of when I stopped buying them. So it was like 2007 or something like that. That's when I stopped buying them. I don't know why. I was just like, the internet was out there. Strategy guys started getting more scarce, I guess, to find, but you could still get them if you wanted to, but they're just not as big as they used to be. That's for damn sure. Now they're doing like online strategy guides and like the actual developers. They're doing like online versions that you can use. Not developers, I guess, like Brady Games and Prima, however you pronounce it. Versus books. The totally unauthorized version or strategy guide for Resident Evil Director's Cut. Oh man, they had so many cool things out there. Or Nintendo Power? Sheesh, that was a good one too. Yeah, I just sheeshed. Leave me alone. Okay, so I didn't have any room to pick up, excuse me, those slides, but we will get those here shortly. I'm just gonna run a quick errand over here. All right, I got three shells left. Facts. General Manager of Sanitation Division from Special Committee on Disasters Raccoon Special Research Department. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. Regarding the T-virus outbreak which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the survey, results estimates as the amount of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all the survivors show symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information considered by a company to be top secret has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe the same researchers were killed by these subjects and their bodies were mutilated. By curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research. However, there is also a very high risk that the news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain. However, we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We're especially concerned that the state police and STARS are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. One shot left. All right, so we used the first passcode. I'm trying to free up some space here. And then we can go to this room here. Mainly for a document and an herb. There's a switch. Will you push it? Yes. Researcher's letter. Dear Ada. Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive, just as I expected. I feel like going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected, and I hope you never will be. In case you're the last one left, take the material in the visual data room and go to the power room to operate the triggering system before you escape. And make all this public to the media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with my name from the terminal in a small lab and enter the password. The password is your name. To unlock the door at B2 where the visual data room is located, you'll need to access with our names first and then enter another password. I've written the code below. I'm sure that you'll understand it easily. And this is my last hope. If you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. Yours, John. John, Ada. Okay. So if I combine these herbs, I should have one slot open for me to get the slides now. Yeah, it's just one of those things dealing with Chris and his limited slots here. 6 slots. Luckily, we don't have to really juggle as many items because most of the items that we use within the lab are lab-oriented, kind of like the cabin. So it's not a huge area like the mansion was. Oh. Yeah, basically the main thing is just using or finding the machine so you can go ahead and get the 3 passcodes. So we already did 1. We just gotta hang on to these MO discs to do 2 more of these. So let's go ahead and hop over here. Security system. Basement level 1, helicopter port. Executives and government officials only on helicopter port. This restriction may not apply in case of an accident. Passes to the helicopter. No one is allowed to enter unless they are attended by a research consultant or security director. All others will be shot on sight. Elevator. The elevator stops during emergencies. Basement level 2. Visual data room. This is where we're at. Visual data room is within the control of Special Research Division. Keith Arving, the room manager, is designated to have jurisdiction over room usage. Basement level 3. Prison. Sanitation Division controls the usage of the prison. Consultant researchers E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker must be present if the virus is used. Triple lock door. No one is allowed to enter unless he presents all passcode documents. Passcode documents must be created on the specialized output machine by the chief researcher of each block. Power room. Only headquarters supervisors may enter. This restriction may not apply if the consultant researcher has received special instructions. Passcode output machine. No one is allowed to use the passcode output machine but the chief researchers. Basement level 4. Top secret. Regarding the progress of Tyrant after the use of T-Virus, remaining document is unreadable. Okay. There's a panel. Of course we're going to open it. A red button, we're absolutely pushing it. Alright, let's make some room in our inventory here by using the slides. Umbrella ink, bioweapon materials. Still awesome that they named it the Shark Neptune. Bioweapon Research Institute, R&D staff. Okay, so we have the lab key. With this key, that means this whole facility is pretty much open to us at this point. So now we're just gonna push some boxes around to find an output machine. Whatever it's called. One bullet left, okay. One shell left. Quick reload. Fuck, that's loud. Okay, this key is useless now. Let's go ahead and discard it, opening up a slot for us. Beautiful. Yeah, I know it's an operating table. Can we please pick up the items on the operating table? Thank you. Here we got some more shells. Some more shellies. I promise you I'll never say that again. Okay, I don't want to push it too far. I should have room for this. There's magnum rounds in the other room, but if I use the output machine, it'll clear up a slot. So yeah, we're good. We're chilling. Ooh. When you're playing the arranged version of this game, the camera angle for this puzzle is different. Actually, the advanced mode I should call it. But yeah, it's a really interesting mode to play. I'll be honest with you. It's really hard, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Like, it is just much more challenging with the placement of the enemies, and sometimes you're dealing with more zombies in some areas, worse than the Kristen area, honestly. Like, it can be brutal at points. Okay, I'm pretty sure I covered everything pretty nicely here, but just in case, I was gonna push that one down, but I don't have the room for it. So, okay, I heard the noise, which means I did it right. So, okay, we're good. All right, through the air shaft and into this room so we can use up the second ammo disc. Okay, now we got passcode number 2, which gives me an item slot for us to pick up some more magnum rounds. Beautiful. Just completely ignored him. More magnum rounds. Honestly, I could probably get away with just going. Like, worry about doing this later. I have a full healing item. I did get wrecked during the Jill scenario. Like, I got hit by these chimeras pretty hard. A power panel. Some areas do not have power. Will you activate the blacked out areas? Yes, please. So as long as that guy remains... Alright, so he swung at me. That means he got stunned there for a second. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, first area cleared. I got hit twice with Jill in the first area. I don't even know how he did it. Alright, just gonna go ahead and blast the start button so I can go into my inventory. I might get tagged here. Okay, no, he's coming for me though. He's coming at me by foot. Okay, dodge, go behind him. Bash the X button so we can get inside. Alright, feeling pretty confident about this now. At power connection switch, the elevator power is off. Will you connect it? Yes. The power for the elevator is activated as the power supply and the circuit have been connected. Okay. Alright, still dealing with a bunch of chimera here. Dodged the first one. That one didn't even attack me, so that's good. Yeah, if I don't get hit, that'd be awesome. There's one more to get through though, so let's not get too confident here. Oh, nice. We made it. And that's why I dodged those zombies, because as soon as you're done restoring power to the elevator, the zombies disappear. I guess it's to ensure no issues with the cutscene. I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and put everything away. Let's go ahead and grab some Magnum rounds though. Let's go ahead and grab a series of mixed herbs. You know, that's not what I wanted to do. Not at all. That's okay though, it'll work out. Okay, so yeah, 30 rounds, that's more than enough for the Magnum. Okay, so let's put those away. Let's go ahead and grab the ink ribbons though, since we're gonna save here. But let's go ahead and just put everything else away. Oh, look, I got a double mixture hanging out here. Oops. Worry. I don't need to use it at the moment. All right, that's fine.